Tuatha lines have broken, and we... Please, forgive my melancholy. I am Adrian Tyr, and I owe you my thanks. Though I was dead, or I should have been at least, if it were not for he fought like a demon, and I was able to escape. The poor man was not so fortunate, though. It shames me, but I once held such mercenaries in great disdain. But this man, whoever he was a warrior. He was cut off and surrounded by the Tuatha. He is surely dead. However, his body must lie somewhere in Cursewood. It would give me peace to learn of his fate. The Varani warrior? The last I saw of him, he was cut off behind Tuatha lines in Cursewood. She was the greatest among us. What happened out there? Thank Lyria she was here, and that her life was not given in vain. I did not think fate would let us survive. It seems that even if fate is not on our side, farewell.
Our soldiers are doing their best out there, but it's still... Watch out for those red-eyed bastards.
You! Stop! State your business!
Keep your hands off me, fool.
Good to be out of the city again. I'm looking forward to taking the fight. War is not won, but that is the Ariad's role. I was asked to join the Ariad after my third battle here. Drafan runs the Ariad. Goodbye. Talk to Captain Drafan if you're... Goodbye.
It's me. You did me a good turn in Rathir, don't you remember? Family arms? No matter. I've been to war. Seems I'm cut out for this sort of thing. They're caught. I still can hardly bleed it myself. Sent up a beacon as I held them off until reinforcement... Used to think it meant sitting in a tower, lobbing a fire.
Greetings. You're the one who slew the Baelor. I command the Ariad. We are warrior scouts. My men are scouting the Tuatha's retreat, though I fear I may have lost even them to... They are overdue. My men are never late. They are either where they are supposed to be, or they are dead. In fact, if you are venturing out into the forest, may I prevail upon... 3 of my men are missing. If you discover any evidence, warrior to warrior, I would be in your debt. And if it would sweeten the pot, deep within the curse wood, I send 3 soldiers into the forest to track the move. The men and women of the Ariad are We are the eyes of the Alfar forces. It's been called that ever since they laid... Even the smallest of plants and critters can kill you out. Vile creatures. The sooner we kill them all, the better. Don't care what happened on the wall. She'll always be a hero to the Ariad. And I have been leading the Ariad for many seasons now. My men and I are glad to be free of its... Aye. Cluracan's doomed to drown in blood. Later then.
I didn't fight at the gate so a Fae could just walk in the front door.
Off into the swamps, I assume? Be on your way.
Any luck out there? They're fighting the Tuatha, right? Since you're the one who defeated Witch Knight Malwyn, I'll meet you in Mel Senshir. Good luck out there.
It is a pleasure to meet the Siegebreaker. Especially, I am Sidon the Outcast, Prince in exile of the House of Sorrows. I see the hesitation in your eyes. Although I am Fae of the Winter Court, you and I, indeed. You accomplished a great... Before striking the heart, you must trim the fat. If you wish to put an end to Gadflow's reign, meet my brethren and me at Foe's Hearth to the east, and we can talk further there. I'd rather not talk here. Travel to the old ruins at Foe's Hearth. We'll meet you inside and we can talk there. Yes, I traveled with Agarth back in his prime. But we're only a shadow of what we were before Gadflow poisoned. But unlike our lighter siblings in the Summer Court, we'll fight to cleanse the Tuatha from our... I've heard of her, and I've seen her work. A dead diplomat here, a salvaged peace treaty there. But even as a collector of secrets, there's precious little I know about her. Nothing could be more beautiful than a mystery like her. That little fool used to be nothing more than a capering jester in the Winter Court. That he found the power to rise against the High King and defeat him. It's enough to make you think there's something to his god Tirnoch, home of my heart. And grave, this is where the brave and foolish come to die. And in death, they feed the swift, and I am Sidon the Outcast. Once I was Prince of the Winter Fae have been disgraced and despoiled by Gadflow and his new god. For house and heartbreak, when mortals think of Fae, they prefer to think of the Summer Court. And why not? They by all means pretend all the Fae are like them. You'd never dare go to sleep if you truly understood. The Tuatha have corrupted the very soul of the Unseelie, twisting our people, stealing our noble houses, and driving our true leaders into exile. I've tried to get the Unseelie to unite against them, but by the time we realized their threat, it was too late. But I'll not give up. The House of Sorrows is home to the lovelorn, the desperate, and those ravaged by hope. Now, The Dwartha have taken our people, our houses, and our... We are the remains of the Winter Fae. Refugee, the Dwartha have taken our court and our birthrights. We have walked these lands for countless ages. Now, we face the end of our ways. Prismere has always grown in our lands, but only with a surge of magic into our... No need to be surprised. We know that you seek the Corpse Collector. It wasn't so long ago that you were working with it. But then, that was a lifetime ago for you, wasn't it? Now be careful. These swamps can be...
You go ahead. It's been some time since Sidon and I had a chance to talk.
Indeed, Agarth. I hear on the winds that you laid down your sword and drowned yourself in drink when you learned the ways of fate. And yet here you are, sword in hand. Again, the victor. How is this? Do the winds lie to me?
It's a long tale. It started when I sobered up long enough to go bury a friend of mine in Alistar Tower. Or rather, that's what I had planned to do. So few of the Winter Court left to standing.
It was a time of change. The cycles of the seasons turned as ever, but inside the bones of the earth, there lurked a cold. It was not the cold of winter. Beside the houses of sorrows, pride and vengeance, a new turmoil fomented. A magic hitherto unseen.
What are you doing out here? Did Captain Drafan send you? Tell him I'll be along shortly. I've got some unfinished By unfinished business, I mean Deadeye, Tuatha Assassin. The two of us just crossed paths here in the wood not half a day. You're the hero of Mel Senshir, right? Think you can lend a hand? Deadeye's inside. I don't, but you. You killed the Baelor. You can venture into Shattertear and hunt the hunter, so to judging from the amount of blood I've seen, Deadeye's probably wounded pretty bad, which means gutting the monster will be all the more risky. I don't remember what I did I've been killing for so long. I wonder if even my family... No one knows her actual Tuatha. What I do know is that she doesn't miss. Not with that fabled bow of her. Leader of the Ariad and my commander. We're scouts. Drafan's a stickler for the rules, but that's all right. Sometimes rules are useful. Don't get me wrong. I owe the walls, but I'm glad to be out in the world again. It's where I do my best work. Farewell.
Winter is strong in this place. When first the Fae walked into its depths, it bore great fossils, bones of beasts greater and more terrifying than we Fae. But for all their strength, the earth at their feet lasted longer. It sapped their strength, their life, their flesh. A group of Winter Fae, called the House of Sorrows, have built their lives around the Midden. They feed and tend the bodies there, and sanctify the ground with what dead they bring. It is they who preserve the culture of our people, and make this the cradle of winter. For their part, they have been given a beacon, a small sapling of white bark and red leaves, growing from the bodies in the Midden. They call it the Hallowed Tree.
I have waited some time for you to come, Siegebreaker. The House of Sorrows has need of your might. Aid us, and you will earn a strong ally on the war. It is not a simple task I ask of you. I go to the Midden and find the place called the Proving Halls. This
Greetings, stranger.
Welcome to the camp that was stuck in the swamp. I know it sounds odd, but I'm almost glad there was something strange going on in that hospital. I was once a star pupil and happy to treat any wounds or diseases. I came to this swamp expecting the Mergen and Banshane are everywhere. I've never seen anything. I've never seen one. But all of the wounded who fought them come back with severe burns. The soldiers come back from the swamp riddled with holes from the Mergen. For now.
The hero of Melcent Shear? I did not expect it. We couldn't have picked a worse time to travel in the drowned forest. It's all these damn Mergen. We've arrived. They're filling the swamp and tearing my men to pieces. If you could lend us a hand and destroy any Banshane you find, I'd be for it. Thank you. They seem to be coming. Find the Banshane and destroy them. Be wary, they're always guarded by the Banshane to the west. They're spawning so many Mergen. I joined the Alpha Arm. My captain fell. Afterwards, I was promoted and put in charge of disgusting creatures. I never dreamt I'd end up the spawn of Banshane. Those tridents they carry pierce steel like it was. I had resigned myself when Baelor fell. It was like being granted a new life. There's something about the water in this swamp. Every year, Banshane and Mergen... Ooh, I shudder just thinking about it. Take heed out there.
That damn healer just sits there while I suffer.
Watch out for Banshane. They make the Mergen strong.
What is it?
Through the woods and mountainside, through the hollows and green meadow, through the summer, winter, day and night, through the hallowed halls of seasons and song, through the vengeance, pride and sorrow, echo the footfalls of the greaves of the Fey Hunter.
Hello? You there. You must help me. There isn't much time. I'm the last one. My name is Finn, General Finn of Tilera's army. My men and I were we were securing the dungeons of Castle Ancilla when it happened. I tried to get us out, but we were surrounded, trapped. That fool Private Gottlieb shoved me down the refuse pipe. It's how I broke my leg. That's all I remember. You're a brave soul. Warriors like you must have... The gates to Ancilla are chained and defended, but you can slip in undetected through the... Find Private Gottlieb. I have a feeling he's the last one alive. You can slip past the castle's defenses by climbing in through the My men and I were handpicked by... Ancilla was the key to the Kaled coast, a fortress overlooking the house, an ancient ruin, once home to the great Alfar royal. The estate of Lady Clary Ancilla once... That is a long story. You may have met Captain Rune Ancilla. My parents were wealthy. For years I fought against the Tuatha and their... See you soon.
What is it?
The hunter runs. The hunter runs. Swiftly, swiftly for our lives. A mortal skirt of chain. A mesh of links forged in secret. The hunter runs. The hunter runs. In the chausses of the Fey Hunter.
Wait, not that I've done anything wrong, mind you. Private Elia Madmere reporting. Listen, I've got some useful skills to trade if you're willing to. Been in the service for 3 years, and it's been 3 years. So, you already. Silly, isn't it? I know I do. Our forces are having a rough time of it. What, if you've killed one, you've killed them all. They're like we. It's a talent, really. A sleight of hand trick that my older brother taught me so we could nab. See you!
Run! Like the gilded ghosts of youth, the curving plates of fey-like scrolls decorate the life's guard of this impostor. It says, I am like you, face.
By the gods, it was horrible. He killed them all, and nothing could stop him. It was Dren, that freak who guards the House of... He's just one Fae, and not even a Tuatha, but nothing... The worst thing was, he seemed sorry to kill us. You can turn around and run.
Turn back or die. I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. You see, but I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. I cannot let you... If only things could be different. Turn back or die. I know your intentions are to free my people from... But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and home. If only things could... Turn back or die. There shall be no invaders in my... Turn back or die. There shall be no invaders.
I am fine with marching all... Trust me, that bard we picked up back in Mel's... Oh, Captain Ancilla will get us through this. He's...
Blessed Lyria, I know you. Mercy, the hero of... Let me guess. The army has you out here on a special mission? Me, May the heavens fall! Do you have any... I'd hoped to go on the hunt for these once we drove... Maybe we can work together. Meaning you keep searching the Caelid coast for the rest of the dolls, and I'd try the Ancilla ruins, and maybe the castle. I'm from the plains of Erithel, from Colne. My family moved west after the invasion. After you put a dagger into the Baelor at Melsin Shear, the poor hag was driven mad by her isolation out here on the Caelid. After that, it was only a matter of time until every last breath of...
Don't be afraid. I know who you are, and this is a safe. Welcome to my camp. I am Captain Droon Ancilla, great-great-grandson of Clary Ancilla, and heir. Unlike the Tuatha, I am a gracious host. Please, come, warm yourself. I've fought countless battles and survived an interminable siege, but taking my place on the throne will not be easy. I speak of the famous Seal of Ancilla and the verdant blades, my father's royal medallion and war chakrams. I was hoping you'd volunteer. Getting the heirlooms will be a challenge. You see, they are held in a family lock. As for the key, I made a mistake. Her name is Hilared Gastier. Yes, a Gastier. But if you can convince Hilared to give you the key, you will need to retrieve the items from the lockbox in the old family fortress of Seawatch to the east. Good luck. The last I saw of Hilared was... Try checking her family's keep. Castle Gast. We're trickling in from the drowned forest and isolated. Captain Trav was able to force a wedge into the Tuatha defenses, enough to slip into Alabastra. I was raised here. Strange, even now I can feel it. The darkness. The place doesn't want us. I was only 10 years old when the Bolgan came. All I remember of this place are scattered memories. I've devoted every coin of our family fortune to the war effort, knowing that one day I'd return. How I long to see Hilared again. But my response... Goodbye.
What do you need today? Goodbye.
Stay indoors after sundown.
What do you need today? Come see me again.
don't know if I'll ever take on another apprentice. Not after Karth's bit. Goodbye.
work. Yeah?
So Arjin has returned, but with word that the Hierophant don't want my custom hindered in the new regime. Music to my ears. Hand it over. Farewell.
What?
So it's done. Better you than me, I suppose. With the war still raging, there's always plenty of bad news to deliver. You should see the stacks of them in Rathir. Thank you. You have more courage than I do. And I've stared into the eye of the enemy. Take this.
Hey there, how can I help? I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really...
Oh, look what the dust brought in. Mind yourself.
There is no time to speak. We are trapped in a flow from which we cannot escape. Prepare yourself. Farewell. There is no time to speak. We are trapped in a flow. I am a guardian of the cradle, tasked with protecting this wondrous place. If necessary, I will sacrifice myself. It is from this earth where the summer fae are said to have sprung, fully formed it for many seasons. Our kind have fought to protect the cradle of summer and its importance in the great cycle. It is most notable where the power of Ashura spills into our world, our sacred wellsprings, the font in the gardens of Isa. The flow has weakened, slowing the great cycle. Farewell.
Halcyor's memory will remain with me for the rest of this life. And though in the end he strayed from what I thought was a shared belief, I will guard the crossing for us both. The Keepers live to prevent use of the crossing. It pains me a great deal to think that his presence is gone, but I will guard the crossing in his memory until always dear Purra has stood vigil at the... It was she who led Halcyor and myself to the crossing. Even with Halcyor gone, I shall remain. I am quite skilled at sage crafting. It is one of my... The Keepers live to prevent you... Take caution in these lands, mortal. Your kind is particularly necessary.
Don't bother me. I'm waiting for a... Can't be caught chatting. I want to make a good impression. Well, tie me up and drag me under. So you're the one the Navy's hooked into... It's suicide! Really? But don't worry about them. Like my mother said, don't weep for the fallen, even if they could hit... Flattery'll get you nowhere. Unless I've had too much to drink. I shall not elaborate. Tari and I are ready when you are. Only what you want with you in case of an emergency. There aren't many merchants where we're He's the fine first mate on the ground next to me. Words aren't his strength. I found him after I was forced to maroon my last first mate on a desert a lot. Seeing as I don't believe in navigation, not to worry. Once you've wrecked enough ships, you get the hang of it. Take all the time you need. Bye-bye.
Well,
Say, Captain. Now here's a fellow traveller with fairer fortune than me at present time. Well, Captain?
You're back! In my experience, islands are places you've... Gallows End is one unless I crash there, of course. He's as elusive as a north wind. He and his hangmen go where they please. Masters of the I captained my first ship when I was no bigger than my papa's knee, and promptly crashed it. It was then that I knew my destiny. From that day forward, I spent my life on the water. 20 ships in 20 years. In my Bloodgrin, the Whispering Witch, and the Baronet. Oh, fiends and killers, all of them. Bye-bye! You're back! Tied all your knots and pulled all your anchors, have you? We're ready to go whenever you are. If you're ready to depart, my vessel away. Just don't go down into the hold. I'm predicting an uneventful voyage. We might trust no one, except me, of course.
Lo, hear the tale of the Pirate King, who cut a blood-red wake from dark Rathir to Frostspring Sea, and Dead Kell was his name. With hangmen crew and bone-white flag, he sailed from Gallows End. No solace for a sailor true when Dead Kell's ship came in.
Not for... Are you well? Most of the others were killed. It wasn't quick. I heard their cries in the fog, but I couldn't do a thing. No, those men and women were my family. Travelling as I do, there aren't many opportunities for closeness. Good thing Tari is still with me. Well, mostly. Not sure exactly, but he's bleeding like a gutted fish. We'll have to come back for him. I wish there was another way. And a more capable team, I can't imagine. It appears our best path to the mainland is through a nearby cavern, but it seems to be flooded. I do carry some old kobold explosives in my pack. Well, not success. No time to jaw. I've crashed a lot of ships, but I can't claim this one. He'll pay. I'll see to it. My kobold explosives will do the trick. I only hope I have enough of them. Are we there yet? This cavern is our only hope. The tide will come in soon, and then we'll really be sunk. Let's go! shivering jellyfish. I'm out of explosives. And we're so close. One of us is going to need to find some way to get us through this wall. And by someone, I mean you. You see, I don't swim. Or did I fail to mention that? Anything that can get us through this wall. I'd help you, but I can't swim. Are we there yet? Amazing! We survived! In the words of my dear departed mother, always prepare there looks to be a settlement on the beach. Come, that village looks inviting. What with its starving in... Ready when you are?
Akara blesses us with another lost... Welcome, stranger. I am Alder Malloy. Tell me, how have you come to find yourself upon our shore? Ah, so you're here for the oppressor, he who was cast down. But Akara's magic protects us here in Cape Solace. The same cannot be said for those who venture past the boundaries of the village, near the keep, and then you will fit in well. For keeping the village strong is truly a group undertaking. You may stay with us for as long as you wish. We all must do our part. He is this island and everything on it. His power and Akara has been a part of Gallows End since before the first castaway dragged his boat ashore and kissed. We here in Cape Solace worship Akara because it is he who provides. I once captained my own craft. I was a thief and a smuggler. Akara blessed me with a second chance. That is what he does. He showed... I met Bridget, another castaway. And later we had our beloved Nina. All who find themselves on these whites. Here you will discover men. Who will you be when you leave Gallows End? The same person who came?
Or someone else entirely. He and his hanged men are not welcome near. The fallen sun stalks the forest and coasts of Gallows End. But she means well. But like all children, she craves freedom and independence. She will learn to respect boundaries. He's a funny one. Plagued by delusions and ever since he arrived, Paddy has had a covetous eye on Gravehall Keep. I don't know what it is about that old ruin I prefer the rolling tides of the Frostbreak to any grassy plain or hillside. Magical deviants like their master Bloodgrin stalks the docks of Kells Harbour to the west, while the Baronet, worst of them all, is the Whispering Witch. We never know where she will strike next.
Well, what? I don't know about you, but all of this... I'm going to ask around about ways to get off the island, since I'm almost certain we'll have to secure another vessel. But from the looks of the in the meantime, I'll ask you to scour the beaches for survivors of our wreck. Such a possibility has left me I throw up. That's the spirit. I knew taking you on... I will stay here and speak to Alder about a boat. I'll have Dead Kel's head if it's the last thing I do. What was left of the ship drifted towards a cove past the east. Lyria, watch over you.
I see you've got a captain among you. Now, if only we had a ship. Not everyone has faith in Akara. There are those of us who would leave this village in an instant given the chance. I could never leave the village, but I'd divulge your treasures.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Cillian, the Beastmaster. Cape Solace is nice. Me, I prefer hanging out with animals. I was trained to fight and bend the... We've never needed to fight, thanks to Akara's protection. Thinks highly of himself, but there's no... G'day.
Look what the reef brought ashore this time. I am Padrig Dawa. I assume dear old... It's getting crowded down here, you know. Pity we can't... Thing of beauty, isn't it? Please excuse my enthusiasm. If you want a nicer place to live, and you aren't afraid of spirits, I can help you get that keep. Interested? Fantastic! Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll be off. I'll be ready whenever you are. Shall we get going to the keep? I'll be glad to I'll be ready whenever you are. Alder's god. I don't know if he's real. What kind of god only protects you if you stay within these random borders? Alder's god. I don't know if he's real or not, but I know I don't believe. It's safe, that's for certain. Real or not, that doesn't mean I have to worship him like the others. Soon to be master builder of great. Or just call me Paddy. The dream is still mostly mist and dark. Though I don't remember all the details, I believe the memory is guiding my Bye.
The dark harbour lies to the west, beyond the Great Pillars. I'll speak no more of it.
Look elsewhere, friend. He's a tyrant, nothing more. We're captives here so long. All my life I've heard of as benevolent, I'll tell you. Freedom. A whole world awaits.
He keeps the village together, but sometimes I won't say more. I don't know you.
I was born and raised on this island. And while I feel between a Kara, dead Kel, and my father, there's no room.
You'll get used to it. We don't have much. If you're not one for cooperation, then you'd best find a camp of your own.
Many years ago, this island belonged to... But time passed, as it always wouldn't let it keep you from slumber. They keep the village of Cape Solace in wild game. For when... However, most people on Gallows End, until I escape this place, I'll never be anything more than that. He never quite fit in with the rest of us in the village. Didn't do his part, carry his load.
I don't know why my father put up with him.
Goodbye.